Why, you better get those feet tapping, fingers snapping, all hands clapping. Buckle up, gobble some Podcorn. It's the Mickle Pod and Pickle with Mickle. And here we go. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Something like that, back in the saddle. All the right things to say when you've been gone. Now it's time to get to it. A lot to pack into this Monday, a jumping frog Monday. So no apologies if I jump all over the place. I'm still just joggy from attending MLP 24 in Atlanta. I mean, we'll get there. I was there for 2 days. A lot of the players will just have to stay there, I guess. I thought it was a solid opening to the MLP season. Joggy is the official energy drink of MLP. With any luck, they will be hopping on the court with me very soon. Openings to endings, there's the NBA season. A champion will be crowned. 2 games on hand tonight on the court. We'll jump back to the weekend and back to what is at stake in the East and West, a pair of Game 4s. 4-shot swings in 3 holes. Can we have pills and cook the corn? The final round at Quail Hollow set up to be a showdown. Looked like it would be. And then Rory showed up and Xander shuffled. That was Rory's 4th win at Wells Fargo. Would he forego one of those for another PGA title this week at Valhalla? Come on, it's too easy. Patience. Today is the day in 1846 we declared war on Mexico. About 20 years later, we would have settled the war between ourselves. 20 years seems like a long time. How fast will 20 years from now pass? 20 years ago, number 12 won his 3rd Super Bowl, and now the roast. How did Kevin Hart get that gig? Hart has had a torrid run, and it's had its course. I need a heartbreak. Is the ice breaking under my Stanley Cup predictions? Did I really hear somebody on ESPN predict Caitlin Clark would be breaking in a new coach soon, a la Michael Jordan when he got into the league? I know it was something to that effect. It's just been the preseason, and we did hear Caitlin Clark's current coach say that, she's got a lot of stuff to work on, right? She's a new player. It's a nice segue to Coach Bud. That's what he goes by, right? The guy coming here to coach his sons. Welcome to the desert. We brought in a coach with a title, albeit a few years ago in Milwaukee. We brought him in to coach this team. We'll leave that there. Coaches, managers, right on the sidelines at MLP. I don't know all their names. I know I was right behind the benches, and it was awesome. Mondays are awesome. Apple pie is great, and today is National Apple Pie Day. Grab a slice, and we will be right back. When the party gets away, relax. Bring out a sack of Jacks. Fidget Jacks. Fidget Jacks will keep the kids busy with fun. Uniquely coated without lead and our patented octagonal topper, Fidget Jacks are child safe. They can't swallow them. You've got this. You've got Fidget Jacks. Available where dreams are sold. The Mickle Pod and Pickle with Mickle is all new, twice a week, all major podcast apps. Earbuds in, Podcorn ready. It's back to the show. Those Jacks are making a comeback, and maybe you see them at MLP DC, the next stop for MLP. We are stopping on the court back where it started or almost didn't start at MLP Atlanta. Well, we made it. Little rain delay. Can't stop MLP. Still getting people in. Vendors getting set up. Action getting ready to go. Torrid rains, tornado warnings. This was the scene on opening day in Atlanta. The start times being delayed into the afternoon. When I arrived and recorded that. I quickly made some laps around to get my bearings. 2 courts were to be used for grandstand and championship premier matches being held on the championship court, challenger on what they call grandstand. What was cool is the 2 courts backed right up to each other. Access, in my opinion, was great. If you had a grounds pass like me, you could very easily walk between the courts. Hell, I was right behind the players. Challenger seating the first 2 days might as well have been VIP, wide open. Let me say this, for the VIP area, lounge, side, whatever it was called, Michelob Ultra, I can't remember. I don't think the view was any better than what I had. Sure, players were all around, all over the place, and that's cool. Hey, I mean, it's your money. I'll also say sunscreen. I also saw plenty of players up top. When you entered Lifetime Peachtree Corners, you were up top looking down on the courts, and you could go around, like to the right where all the vendors were. But my point is, saw some players up there, saw some players in the stands catching some of the action, saw Gabe Tardio up there, Tyson McGuffin, more name drops to come. Point is, players, they'll dab you up, they'll say hi, it's pretty cool. You could walk to the back courts, backside courts, whatever we want to call those. This is where the real action is, right? This is where the players are practicing pairings you might not see in the tourney. Guys, gals getting after it. The first day, interesting for sure, because not all of the vendors were set up, understandable, due to the weather. Once the action got started, I was pumped. I remember there had been tornado warnings. I did not see the one that touched down and took Connor Garnett's serve. It was brutal. He couldn't even believe it. I mean, the first match against the Rangers, the first couple, they were out by a country mile. You chalk up maybe to nerves, right? It's MLB. They might as well have got back on the bus. The Rangers swept, and the slide of Garnett's serve would continue. The sliders had to continue. They were double booked, and the nightcap featured our first look at pickleball hero Jack Sock and the New York Hustlers. Sock is a hero. By this I mean he entertains, he plays with some salt, and his game, it's getting a lot better. Leah Jansen and Jackie Kuamato steamrolled Megan DeZone and Brooke Buckner, very nice pairing, setting up the men's doubles match. Here we had Newman and Garnett, and they win the chippy, stare down, crowd calling for replays in a match that went 26-24, and this is against Sock and a very game CJ Klinger. How old is he? He's 16, I think was the consensus. There are some young players in MLB you got to watch out for. Now, Sock at the end sent one over the fence into the challenger court, ending attack, sparking a little jawing with Newman. It was just awesome. What do you care if I get attacked? Sock firing at Newman. It was good. Not good. The total on Garnett's serve. I counted close to a dozen he airmailed in their first 2 matches that night. In the end, it was New York out hustling Columbus in the Dreambreaker. Everyone would just take a break and come back for Friday.
Here's Coach Lee Waters, New Jersey 5. And Lee up there today. Fired up for the 5s today, baby.
Let's go 5! Let's go 5! Let's go 5! Let's go!
Ah, yes, Friday. That was the day. First day to see Anna Lee Whiplash Waters and the Jersey Fives. There was a full slate of games on hand. The sun was out. Place buzzing. And by the early part of the day, early afternoon, so were a lot of the spectators buzzing. You know what I'm talking about. Gotta pump the brakes right there. Let's go to the standings, and somebody's got some splaining to do. How do some teams play 5 total matches and some only 3? Then there is the bulk of teams played 4, which seems to be our number of the day. Not a bad number. Usually fantastic. Any update on the next Fantastic Four movie? 4 matches won. Not shocking to me at all. Anna Bright and the St. Louis Shock. Shock, rattled, and rolled. This team, super fun to watch. They kept their heads out of the clouds, only going to 2 dream breakers the whole tournament. They topped the standings, and the stare downs from Aiden Patriquin and Gabe Tardio started Friday and kept shocking during the squeeze match Saturday. Well, I don't know. Will HP make the stare down podium? Flash back to the start of Friday and the Dallas Flash, a team I like. They brand the Ranchers 3-1, run through New York 4-0, and they'll finish the weekend at 2-2. Jack Sock during that one, he comes off the court. We lose matches we should win. I guess so. How about my guy Augie? All over the court and all over Pickleball TV. More on the TV coverage coming soon. Hey, mad love for the LA Mad Drops. It was a mad match between the Drops and the Fives, right down to the Dream Breaker that saw the Fives take it. In the men's double match, Hunter Johnson dropping body bags. The mixed double match with Whiplash and Howes, Wilson, and CP, incredible. Did I say incredible? Because when Hurricane Tyra Black and Georgia Johnson are playing, you better buckle up. They're on that flash. The Fives ended the night with a Dream Break win, sending Sock and the Hustlers looking for Jersey Mikes. Let's take a break. I was heading back to the desert Saturday. Admittedly, Saturday was a blur of getting through the airport, on the plane where I watched Bookie and Catching Lightning. I recommend both. Of course, I need to keep watching both because you don't get the whole series on the plane. You can't get to it and you just don't get it. I got home looking forward to the AZ Drive. First, those sliders. I know I took a nap. I know they lost. They lost a lot, referring to the AZ Drive. It's okay. Regroup, head to DC. It's okay. It seems the TV coverage lost a lot too, though. Was it me or were they off schedule? Don't get me wrong. The action, great. And when I watched, I'm not even going to start on the commentary. I mean, based on the website, though, and what was on TV, it didn't line up. I don't usually get jet lag. I'm well traveled. The Shock. Back to the Shock, electrified every time they took the court. That men's double match between Tardio and Patriquin, McGuffin, Stocksrud. How do you say in your country? Freaking awesome. Shocking on Sunday was DC Pickleball team taking out the Shock in a Dream Breaker, which proved to be the widest margin of victory in this clash of MLP 24 Titans DC Pickleball team and those St. Louis Shock. Will they? Won't they? Won't they? AB and Big Jimmy, they didn't duel in the kitchen this time. We'll have to see when the action shifts to our nation's capital. Now keep it classy. What they do in the kitchen on their time is none of your business. The business of MLP. Off to a good start in my opinion. Everything, of course, can improve. The venue, Peachtree Corners, first time I was there, I feel top notch. I also feel we will need bigger. PPA, staying right there in Atlanta, and I have a lot of amazing folks in the queue to join me right here on the court. Toiler alert! This Wednesday, I've got an interview, and it's all about that kitchen. After this, we will whip around the Sportsverse. Repeats are in the air.
Woo! That was some workout. Oh, you said it, girl. Should we get some lattes? Maybe a boba tea? Oh, my God. Is that Ronald coming that way to us? Is he still follow you around? Yes. He's such a douche. Don't worry. Let's go get that boba.
So, girl, come on now. When we gonna hook up?
As if. Anton!
That's right, ladies. You can rent a hawk. Our hawks are fast. And for douche deterrents, we trim their talons. He'll be scared. He'll be scarred. Most importantly, he won't be back. Stay safe with a hawk. I know I'd feel safer with a hawk, and I think my HOA should go get them because the pigeons are back. Just the good old boys on the LIV tour. Hitting fades and draws, making all the punches saw like they did before. Playing on teams, there's DJ and Phil. It's on the CW, better pay that cable bill. They're playing for great Saudi money, no doubt. 54 holes is all that the tour will allow. This weekend, golf is back with a major. The PGA Championship will begin Thursday, and all those 54 tour guys are back. Will be there, especially defending champion Brooks Koepka. All of the Tiger talk will be muffled as Rory gallops in, riding high on his victory, seeking his third PGA title and fifth overall major. How about Koepka? Looking for another Kep-Pete. He likes to go back-to-back. This would be his fourth PGA Championship, his sixth overall major. I'm not saying it's Koepka against the field. I'm not saying Rory can't do it. What I'm saying is... Scotty knows how to win, period. Everyone knows. What Scotty has not known is any real pressure other than from his own putter. He finished runner-up last year. I'd love to see those three throwing haymakers Sunday to win that jug. Who else can emerge? Not Spieth. What about Justin, Rahm, any other 54 tour guy? What about any of the other PGA outliers? Could there be a Finau run? Let's look in Friday, one day in. Back to repeats. At least the possibility of Denver repeating is still alive. Someone shocked the Thunder. I cannot see Cleveland getting past Boston. Oh, New York. The pace feels like 7. In a place where 7 is usually the norm, Stanley Cup playoffs, I'm not seeing it. Not in this round. Woo! We made it. Jumping like frogs is Monday Fun Day. Now get out of here and attack the week like a weak baseline reset. Stay safe out there and stay hydrated. I'll see all y'all right here next time.